talk about love, baby. Oops. Just realized this is not Indian Idol auditions. Sorry, I'm supposed to talk. We'll start with what love means, probably. Is it some sort of mental disorder? Is it an uncontrolled rush of hormones? Is it a mad cow disease, maybe? Or is it a contagious disease like swine flu or something? Can anyone maybe have just an opinion on this? Would anyone like to share? See, I know no one's going to open their mouth here. So I'll probably quote Aristotle on this, quite a heavy one. I don't know what possessed him, but he somewhere in some AD or BC came up with this idea that love is basically about being one soul inhabiting two different bodies. Sounds slightly scary to me. It reminds me of a series from AXN called Supernatural. They have lots of scary souls and some not so scary bodies, but still existing. Well, going over to the dictionary, I was today in the morning searching for this word, and I wanted to find out what exactly love means. So I came up with some weird explanation, which said it's profoundly tender, soft, passionately expressed feeling in between two individuals. And the interesting part was, it does not have any boundaries. Love has no boundaries. So that's, I think, Indian governments realized it a little late after introducing Section 377. But I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to talk about that. I'm not supposed to get into that topic. It's prohibited. Never mind. It's kind of funny. The word itself slightly confusing. It confuses you. The reason being, it's one of the words in the dictionary that can be used in different ways. And again, if you use it as a noun or a verb or an whichever way you want to, it would come with a lot different meaning than the previous one. Let's say, if I were to, or anyone was to express love to the other person, would say, I do love you. That's kind of cute, kind of sweet thing to say. And the moment you use the word make with the one we are talking about here, it's slightly different meaning. Again, not supposed to talk about it, it's prohibited, so won't get into that. I'll take you through a journey, because again, what my personal feeling about love is that love is a journey. When I was a kid, I was pretty small. I'm sorry, as if that wasn't obvious, but yeah, when I was a kid. When I was a kid, can you let me continue, please? When I was a kid, I had this idea of, I was loved by everyone. My dad, my mom, my aunt, nothing new in that. I was certainly not loved by my elder brother, because he's had a slight different definition of what love is. And whenever we had this fight, this love got expressed a lot. So I returned with a blue eye to my mom, and I complained, her mummy, see what your elder son has done to me. And she used to always tell me, beta, he's your elder brother, after all he loves you. And I wondered if this is what you are supposed to know as blood relation. So that's what I understood by love when I was a boy, little boy. But then you go on to different stages of your life, and teenage is when love is sure to hit you. And when teenage hits you, love hits even harder. So yes, I was there, still not a teenager, I was around standard 5 or 6, when you normally tend to have crushes on people who are older than you. So it's like inviting bigger troubles than you can handle. This lady was in standard 9th or 10th, and one of my friends, who's again supposed to be trustworthy and loyal, and they are also supposed to be loving and caring towards you, but this friend taught me the meaning of a 4-letter word which starts with S, which is supposed to be used for good-looking women by men, and he told me the meaning of this word is basically beautiful and gorgeous. So just go over and tell her. And I did that. I just went over to her and I said, hey, the word, would you like to go for a coffee with me? Well, Newton came up with this law of reaction and action. Of course, I had the reaction, which was again relayed to my friend. He remembers it. But let me tell you, he's still my friend. He's still a good friend of mine. We haven't lost touch on that. As I grew up a little more, I went on to college, and of course that's when most of us get destroyed by this idea of love, because we somehow tend to get into the idea of falling in love even if we are not in love. Lord Byron somehow came up with this, I don't know how, but he came up with this idea that when you're in love, you become a poet. So I became a poet. So there I was sitting on the window trying to scribble a few lines and came up with this. I was sitting on the window, I saw a dove and I saw a girl on her way to the school and I fell in love. So I could go on with some more, but we won't really have time on this. Love is probably like English weather. It changes very quickly and it's quite unpredictable. That's again my opinion, but again it can be probably made in China because it has no guarantee or warranty. Very specific to that. I've gone into red, so I'll quickly sum this up in terms of some conclusion. And the best part about this word is that there is no conclusion. You can never draw a conclusion. So I'm not risking this. It's up to you guys. Over to you guys. Be my guest. Draw your own conclusions. Thank you.